Hellboy in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. No, I don't mean character builds based on what I did back in 2017 or what Tulak the Barbarian's done in like 2019, I think. I mean an actual 5th edition D&D Hellboy RPG, kind of. This was actually announced today, or I guess probably yesterday by the time you're watching this, on the 3rd, August 3rd, that the folks Mantic Games who did Hellboy the board game are actually going to be creating a 5th edition based, 5th edition rule set Hellboy RPG. And you can actually go and sign up to be notified when the Kickstarter goes live right now. But I thought I'd cover it as news is what you guys seem to like a lot from me. And I thought this was definitely newsworthy. Also, sorry about the red nose spot. I was wearing a mask. I'll explain it later. Anyway, I learned about it here on Nirvana Media. I don't know how I came across this, just scrolling through one of my many social media feeds, and it just caught my eye. So you can see right here, it says Mantic Games, those are the folks that did Hellboy the board game, are working with Dark Horse Comics and Hellboy's creator to bring Hellboy the role-playing game to Kickstarter this summer. It's the beginning of August. There is not much summer left for them to be bringing it to us. It will be a whole new way to explore Hellboy in the BPRD universe while creating your own spectacular one-off stories or action-packed chronicles. The game will be based on the current 5th edition licensed rules of D&D role-playing game. Powered by the world's most popular RPG rule set, 5th edition Hellboy the role-playing game gives you the tools to step into the shoes of a BPRD agent ready to face the forces of evil. You can become a field researcher skilled in the study of the occult, a hard-nosed BPRD security agent, a rookie with hidden supernatural powers, and more. The choice is yours. Developed by Red Scar Publishing, the role-playing game is led by any award-winning writer and game developer Mark Langworthy, who has worked on Mutant Chronicles 3rd edition, Judge Dredd in the Worlds of 2000 AD role-playing game, and Conan Adventures in an Age Undreamed of role-playing game. Man, that's a mouthful. Once the Kickstarter launches, you'll be able to try the role-playing game for yourself with a detailed quick start that features 6 pre-gen characters, all the rules needed to play, and a unique adventure inspired by the Hellboy graphic novels written by Red Scar. So the way I read that is once it's launched, we can play it immediately. If I'm understanding that correctly, which I'm sure I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to guess that you all want me to review it, which I will definitely do. And if I can squeeze it into my increasingly small schedule, I will try to get a chance to play that if I can on stream somewhere. All right, we can't wait to bring Hellboy back to Kickstarter. So the CEO of Mantic Games, the role-playing game is going to be a fantastic new way to experience Hellboy on the tabletop. The team at Red Scar has done an amazing job of capturing the feel of the Hellboy universe, plus your miniatures from Hellboy the board game will be compatible with the RPG, which will bring a whole new lease on life to your awesome mini collection. So again, I pretty much try to check out of buying board games because I just buy and support board games on Kickstarter continually, and then I get them. I might do an unboxing video possibly, and then they just sit in my closet because I don't have time to play board games. Maybe when my kids are older, I'll be like the coolest dad ever because of like 8,000 board games, but who knows. Anyway, Mantic Games launched Hellboy the Kickstarter page, or Hellboy the board game on Kickstarter in 2018, raised $2 million during the campaign. Cooperative experience in which lets players face off against the comic's most famous foes. Up to 4 people take control of iconic BRPD. Is it BRPD or BPRD? Because they've spelled it different ways in this article. I think it's BPRD, or is it BR? I don't know, whatever. Hellboy, Abe Sapien, Liz, Johann Kraus, and so on. After launching at retail last year, the game is now available in multiple languages, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Russian. It's on its 4th reprint after selling out worldwide. To be notified as soon as Kickstarter goes live, head to the pre-launch page and click Notify Me. So you can see it is right here. You can click Notify Me on launch, and then as soon as it goes live, you will get an email letting you know. Brand new Hellboy role-playing experience based on the visionary Hellboy graphic novels, powered by 5th edition. Again, it states it over here, a 5th edition, a 5e tabletop RPG from the makers of Hellboy, the board game. So, I'll be upfront with you. I watched the Ron Perlman Hellboy movies. That is my entire extent of my knowledge of Hellboy. I don't know. I didn't watch the new one, which I've been told not to do, and I haven't read the comics. Again, I have 2 long comic boxes full of unread comics that I was just buying every month or every week, and I just didn't have time to read them. I just don't have the time to do as much as I'd like to do. There's not enough hours in the day or days in the week to do what I want to do. But that being said, what are your thoughts on this? I think it's very interesting to see the amount of things that have come out using 5th edition rules. And I think it's because, regardless of how you feel about 5e, whether you're like 3.5 is the best, or I love 4e, 1e, 2e, Pathfinder, whatever, 5e's rule set is very welcoming to new players. It's very easy to hack and adapt and tweak. That's why we see things like dark matter and other sci-fi versions of 5th edition. That's why we see like the very popular Star Wars 5e homebrew modules that are out there for free. We're seeing this. We know DC Comics did one, which I will review at some point. A ton of different people are using 5th edition to build their own RPGs. And to see like something with the power of Dark Horse Comics, a successful board game company, and the creator of Hellboy combining together to launch a Kickstarter to still use 5e to do it, I just thought it was really interesting. Realistically, I'm going to back this Kickstarter. More realistically, I'm probably going to reach out to them and be like, hey, do you need people to do press work for it so I can get a copy of it for free? Because, if I can do some publicity for them and it looks cool, which how can it not, right? It's Hellboy in 5e. It just sounds awesome. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'll be clicking the notify. Actually, you know what? Notify me on launch. Done. I just clicked it. So I will be notified. Again, like I said, when the pre-launch stuff comes out, maybe I can get a stream together with some friends and we can play through it and give it a shot, let you know what we think of it. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The point I was making about the red nose, I was wearing my mask because, there's a hurricane coming up the East Coast of the United States, and I have a little spot where a little water seeps in through my basement in the corner. So I was chipping it all down and cementing that corner, and then I gotta, do some more sealing and sanding and painting over there to prevent water infiltration, because I'm actually planning on building a studio just for doing videos on the other side of the wall. Like, this is where you see me now. I'm going to be on the other side, and I'm going to build a completely soundproof room that'll be fully audio treated so that I can do all my videos without you hearing kids running around upstairs or people screaming and all that kind of stuff. And it'll be a nice little box with treatment and plenty of fun things in the background. But that's a future project that I'm working on, in my non-existent spare time. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon for continuing to support me and the channel. And I will see you all next time.